Welcome back to the Handy Landlord. So I'm in the unknown mileage tundra, story for another day. I can't really shoot that much footage because it's pouring down rain. We actually got rained out. Most of the job's done. We ended up lifting, so the first slab of concrete, we ended up cutting 16 inches from the house with a masonry blade on a old Ryobi saw. I wouldn't recommend that you use a good circular saw to do this. I have a dedicated old circular saw Ryobi that I just use for cutting the concrete, and then ended up using the Harbor Freight jackhammer. It's in the $300 range. I've had it for a few years. And then so we bust up that concrete, move that 16-inch section away from the house, and then we ended up putting a screw jack underneath of that slab, digging down, putting a screw jack, and then we ended up lifting the first pad a good 3.5–4 inches. The second pad, we went at it a little bit different. Didn't want to, but we wanted to try to do it without busting up the concrete, so we ended up placing a jack on each side. We dug down, put the screw jack, and then on the other side we ended up just using a little 2-ton jack. The screw jack was carrying most of the weight and had already lifted it, and then the 2-ton jack on the other side just leveled everything out. Once we got both these slabs jacked up, we ended up shoving as much gravel as we possibly could underneath there, and then used a piece of wood and a hammer to try to shove it underneath of the pads and compact it. Then we ended up rolling the precast steps back the same way we removed them. We ended up just using some 1/2-inch steel pipe, several sections of it, at least 4, and we ended up just rolling that precast stoop on those pipe and just put it back into place. Alright, it's all power wash. Just need to repair that little spot right there. Alright, I'm getting ready to patch this little area. I have some concrete, this bucket, some water, and a little thing. I pound some rebar down in there. I wish I could have got this up to this level, but didn't work out that way. The crack down through there is going to be sealed by the owner. He's going to use a polyurethane based product. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. Like, subscribe. I try to get to all the comments and all the questions. So this is I didn't video the whole process. This is really the first time that I've ever lifted this large of a pad. I have lifted several sidewalks and small pads, but never a it was 6 feet wide and 10 feet long each section, so 20 feet of concrete we lifted. I think overall the job turned out pretty good. The quote for this job from a slab jacking company was actually, I think it was around $2,200, but that was them rolling the steps out of the way and then power washing and sealing which I think the steps, they wanted $250 to roll them out of the way, and the power washing of this patio and stoop and ceiling was $500. Hopefully somebody found this useful, and I was questioning whether or not we were going to be able to lift those pads, but this concrete was fairly thick. It was around probably 4 inches, maybe a little bit over. Didn't seem like they poured it on any base, but yeah, overall the job turned out pretty good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm now checking out of the Tundra and headed in the house to get a shower.